Okay, we're going to start off by singing the Apples and Bananas song one more time for today. Remember, tomorrow for Friday, I will do a fun foodie snack and a read aloud. So this is the last activities one, although those are really activities too, that we'll do tomorrow. But no morning message video tomorrow or upward, since I get to meet with each of you on Zoom tomorrow. But let's go ahead and sing. It was so much fun singing with you all on our Zoom meeting on Wednesday when we got to do this. So let's sing it one last time. We might revisit it still before the end of the school year, because I like it for long vowels for sure. Here we go. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Next, I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 I like to 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 apples and bananas. Now, when I was singing that song, actually a memory flashed in my head. And when my niece, Haley, was little, that's actually where I first learned this song. Because she's, now she's 20, is she 25 now? Wow. She's 25, but back when she was about 2, that's when we first learned this song. And what she would always do, we got to the O part. I like to oat, apples and bananas. Every time, because she heard the word no in there, and she was so little, she would always do like this. So she would say, apples and bananas. So she would shake her finger like we were going, no. If you have a younger brother or sister, you could show them that. I bet they would have fun with that song too. They would like to sing it and see if they do that little no. That would be fun. Okay, so the next song I wanted to do before we do our little activity today is with our fingers. We haven't done Where is Thumpkin? But let's do this, remember? All right, let's see if we can do it. All right, remember, we can move our pinkies. We can move them in the middle. And of course, ask your parents, do they remember? Nanu. Miss Mappus is older than them. So Mork and Mindy, Nanu. We would go around and do that. Remember when we would do that during our morning song where we had the interlude, right? Good morning. And we'd go around and people would go, Nanu. That was fun. Okay, so there you go. You can teach that to somebody. And then remember doing these two. So working our fingers. Those are hard to do, but those are great exercises. All right, let's do Where is Thumpkin, okay? Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Where is Tall Man? Where is Tall Man? Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Where is Ring Man? Where is Ring Man? Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Where is Pinky? Where is Pinky? Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. How'd your fingers do? Good? It's good to do those exercises. Miss Mappis are a little sore today for some reason, and those really help her. So that's a great song to do, and along with doing our things like this. Maybe if Miss Mappis can get by the classroom, I'll bring some stuff home so I can show you some other fun things you can do for finger exercises, okay? All right, let's go do our other activity for today. Okay, so I came outside to do this part because this gets a little bit messy. So one of the things we were going to learn about in April was plants. And I'm actually going to be putting something in the mail for each of you so we can do that activity next week together, okay? And start seeing the parts of plants and everything. So today, what I thought I would do is I have a little plant that Lenny gave me, which is doing really well, but it needs to desperately be replanted from the little one. And so I thought I would do that for our activity. So I found this pot. I was unpacking some more stuff, even though we lived here almost 2 years. This is a good one because you put the water in here, and then the water goes into the pot and waters it for you. So what I did, I also found some potting soil that I just put in this pot for right now. So we're going to repot this plant. And we're going to look at the parts of the plant. Okay, so first of all, I already measured to see how far down it would go. So I would know about how much dirt to go ahead and put in there. And this is why we're doing this outside, of course, is because it's messy. So I'll put some potting soil in there. And then I'm going to squeeze all around to loosen up the plant. And sometimes their roots get so tangled that it's hard to get those out. Okay, so you can see the roots on here, and that is the part of the plant that of course takes in all of the water and all the good stuff they need to grow. Okay, so they get that from the ground here. This is a little damp because I just watered it not too long ago. All right, after we have the roots, then we have the stem of the plant, and that keeps going with all the water. We're going to do a little experiment with that as well, okay? Get that going here soon. So this is the stem, and then of course then we have the leaves, and the leaves are very important because of course what's shining on it right now, which is the sunlight, and plants need sunlight, and the leaves are what take that in and turn the sunlight into food for the plants, in kind of a simple way of saying that, okay? So it's different, of course. It's called photosynthesis. Great word. But we have to put food into our bodies, but the plant gets everything it needs from the ground, as long as, of course, it has some water, needs air, and it needs the sunlight as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this apart a little bit and then put it in there and replant it, so that way it has more room for these roots to spread out and to grow bigger. Okay, so we're going to set that in there, and then I'm going to put more dirt. Break it apart a little bit. It needs to be a little bit more. Boy, it's really tight there. Break it apart some, set it there, and fill the rest of it with more dirt. Now, I know a lot of you are growing things at your house and even growing gardens from seeds and everything else. I know a couple of you are. So as things grow, you can certainly send pictures and I can share them with everybody. All right, so now my plant, I don't want to do too much because it's going to fall out, is all set in there, and now it has a nice big place to grow. And we'll give it some water and we'll be good. And you see, obviously, why we do this, hands are messy, the table's messy, but that's what you do with plants. It's great because a little messy means that you're playing in the dirt. That's good stuff. Okay, and for our last thing today, I happen to have some celery here. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to find the piece. Sadly, this is what are called celery hearts, so this one doesn't have all the leaves in it. But what's good is I'm just going to kind of break it apart here. There are a couple pieces with some, so we're going to use those. So remember how I just showed you that we have the roots, okay? Now this one doesn't have the roots on it, but the celery is a good example of the stem of a plant, okay? And remember I said we have the roots, then we have the stems, and then we have the leaves. So I have a couple good pieces here with leaves, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two pieces, okay, and I'm going to put them in a glass of water, but not just a plain glass of water. I'm going to put, let's put some red food coloring. I'm going to put some red food coloring in our water. Swish it around so the water gets all red there. It's so cool. And then I'm going to put my 2 pieces of celery in here. Remember how I said the roots take in the water and everything, and it goes up the stem to the leaves, okay? So it works. So we're going to put these in here and let them sit overnight. Now this is something we would have done in school as well. So if you have some celery and mom or dad says it's okay, you can certainly do this as well. Just need a little food coloring. I would use either red or blue because it shows up the best. And we're going to see what ends up happening with this, and we'll take a look at it tomorrow in my kitchen when we do our Fun Foodie Friday. All right, so I'm gonna set this over here. The other thing I'm going to do is, remember we said that plants need water. Well, celery is like the stem of a plant. So I'm gonna take these pieces and just put them into, because I'm not gonna use them for a couple of days, I'm gonna put them in some water. I'm gonna actually snip off the ends and wash them and put them in here and just put them in the refrigerator, because that way they'll be getting their water. If they don't, they get very, see how that one's starting to bend like that? All right, get very what's called pliable. All right, kind of floppy. And so what we want to do, if it has water, the water will keep going up the stem, the celery, and then it will stay very firm and fresh. And they last a lot longer that way. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow at our celery to see what has happened with our little science experiment. And we'll do our Fun Foodie Friday. So I'll see you then.